Cassandra Templeton, I love you and I will marry you!
Edward was born with an innate love for freedom. After coming of age, he left his hometown and embarked on a journey around the world. Along the way, Edward encountered all sorts of peculiar and extraordinary characters. A giant who appeared fearsome, but was actually kind-hearted, a young girl named Jenny who lived in a secluded paradise, and a circus owner who transformed into a wolf on full moon nights. Most importantly, he met her. People often say that when you meet your destined one, the whole world comes to a standstill. When Edward saw the girl in the blue dress at the circus, time truly did freeze. He pushed through the crowd and walked straight toward her, but that pause lasted only a moment. The instant time resumed its flow. The girl vanished in the blink of an eye. Devastated, Edward returned to the circus and asked the owner about the girl's whereabouts. The owner figured out who she was but refused to tell Edward. How could a poor country boy like him be worthy of a wealthy city girl? Yet Edward wasn't about to give up. He began working for the circus for free, all because the owner promised to tell him one piece of information about the girl each month. 3 years passed this way. The more he learned, the more his love grew wild like untamed grass. One day, Edward finally couldn't bear it anymore and stormed into the owner's office to confront him. As the door swung open, the gray wolf lunged out at him. Only then did Edward realize the rumors about the owner being a werewolf were true. The owner's assistant rushed over with a gun to shoot the werewolf, but Edward threw himself in front without hesitation, desperately leading the wolf into the woods. After the circus owner transformed back to human form, he was moved by Edward's sincerity. He told Edward everything he knew: the girl's name, her address, and that her favorite flowers were daffodils. Early the next morning, Edward stood at the girl's doorstep with an enormous bouquet of daffodils in his arms. The angelic face he had dreamed of day and night was right there before him. But fate played a cruel joke. The ring on her finger gleamed so brightly it hurt his eyes. She was engaged. Edward didn't back down. He began pursuing her in every way imaginable, secretly replacing the teacher's lecture notes with love letters, hiring a pilot to skywrite ILOVYLU across the sky. Until that day when the girl opened her window to find the entire yard carpeted with daffodils. Edward had traveled through 5 neighboring states to gather them all. The girl was finally moved. But just then, her fiancé witnessed the scene, and Edward was beaten black and blue on the spot. As he lay on the ground, the girl took off her ring and threw it at her fiancé. We're done. She knelt down to help Edward up. My heart has belonged to him all along. In that sea of daffodils, they held each other tightly. Just as they began planning their wedding, Edward received his draft notice. To return home sooner, he volunteered for the most dangerous frontline missions. After countless brushes with death, Edward finally made it back to his hometown. They embraced tightly as if trying to make up for all those years of separation. This time nothing would ever tear them apart again.